Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Apologies for the pre-roll, it's very laggy today, I'm not sure why exactly. But anyway, you get the idea. We'll start chatting about Model Y very soon. Hope you're all doing well. Let's sort out the pre-roll. Alright, hope you're all doing well, guys. Chatting about Model Y tonight. And dropping in the UK. Very exciting indeed. Alright, let's get the pre-roll away. It's not working anyway. Alright guys, hope you're doing well. Alright, let's do a bit of housekeeping to start with. We are talking Model Y, like I said. It's breaking news. It's dropped in the UK. Second right-hand drive market after Hong Kong. I was hoping Australia would be the second, but looks like the UK has pipped us at the post. I hope you're all doing well tonight. Welcome to tonight's live stream, Model Y UK Price Configurator. We're doing a deep dive, chatting all about it and what it means for Australia down the line as well. Let's do a quick bit of housekeeping. So welcome to everyone. I want you to tell me in the live chat where you are watching from tonight. And tonight's question is, what is the budget for your next EV? And of course that will include any upcoming models like the Model Y, of course, Hyundai Ioniq 5, Polestar, all sorts of things, all sorts of exciting models coming to Australia in 2022. So drop me a line in the comments section where you're watching from. If you're watching on replay, thank you very much. Do the same thing. Tell me where you're watching from and what is the budget for your next EV. It doesn't have to be an Australian dollar figure. You can be watching from anywhere in the world. What is your budget? Indeed. And if you would like to support my channel, please do so with a super chat or a super comment tonight. Or alternatively, you can send an anonymous donation to PayPal via PayPal at Tesla Tom. Thank you guys for watching indeed. Let's take a few comments to start with. Let's see who we've got here in the comments section. We've got, let's see. We've got Sensei. Hey Sensei, some regulars tonight. Sensei saying, how was dinner? And yes, Keith is possibly buying a Model Y. We'll find out tonight. We've got our special guest Keith coming on the show. So we'll find out what Keith's going to do when Model Y drops. We've got Beheaded saying, hey Beheaded, nice to see you again. Good, extra good because my car stealth learned how to park in a spot with only paint markings. Presumably that's vision only auto park now for 2021 to 36 in Tesla Model 3. Well done, that's good to see. Gaffer remembered tonight. Hey Gaffer, nice to see you again. Jeff saying good evening all. Hey Louise, nice to see. Hi Louise, nice to see you there. And we've got Gary from Toowoomba. He's got a Model 3 SR Plus called Miss T Blue. And yes, indeed. Apologies again for the pre-roll tonight, guys. Not sure what's happening. I'm going to have to get that fixed up somehow. Maybe find another video. It's been a bit buggy the last couple of pre-rolls, unfortunately. We've got, XOR Cat. Good evening. Impatiently waiting for my M3P in Brisbane. Excellent. Hello, everyone. So many comments there. Hello. Nice to see you all. Kevin, nice to see you again. And we've got Aussie Astronaut saying good evening, everyone. All right, well, let's get our guest on tonight. We've got my good friend Keith, actually, about to join us very shortly. Let's bring him on right now. Hello, Keith.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Tom.
Hey, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, no worries. On a school night as well.
On a school night, I know. But we're still homeschooling here in Sydney anyway, so got
yes.
one more pretend school night. Well, as you know,
Keith,
one more week, I know. Then it's Parents' Freedom Day, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, we are talking Model Y UK, as you know, Keith. It's dropped in the UK. Do you think we would have beaten the UK, or you're not surprised that they got it before us?
UK's a bigger market, so yeah, I don't think it's a surprise that they got in there first. Would have been nice to have it here, but someday.
Someday. What do you reckon? This year or next year, like in terms of our page dropping?
If I was a betting man, I'd probably say just this year, I think, but I'm not, thankfully. So I think probably this year. But I wouldn't. That said, I also wouldn't be surprised to see it fall into Q1 next year as well. It sort of depends on the Tesla European production facilities in Berlin. It would seem whether they can start producing Model Ys in any volume out of Europe to service the Europe market. And then if they can, that might free up capacity for Australia. Who knows? But yeah, it'd be great to see it when it comes.
Well, presumably, as you said, they're not Berlin's not operational yet, so presumably they're getting their Model Ys from China, you would think.
There has to be, yeah. I mean, as far as we know, they haven't had a production Model Y off the out of that factory yet, right? I don't think.
Yeah.
So, they've got to be servicing Europe out of Shanghai, both left-hand drive and right-hand drive now.
Yep.
But obviously they're doing right-hand drive for Hong Kong. So yeah, hopefully we get to benefit from that too.
Indeed. Well, Keith, our format tonight is we will talk about Model Y UK, of course, and then take questions from the audience at the same time, which you and I will help answer. And if anybody wants to jump on the stream with Keith and me, then feel free to do so, to ask a question or drop a comment. There's the StreamYard link right there. And of course, you are more than welcome, guys, to support the channel with a super chat comment. They stay up there longer, of course. And obviously, the PayPal link is there as well. And what I want to do also is pull up the configurator for the UK. Let's see if I can do that without breaking everything. Let's see. All right, Chrome tab. Design your Model Y Tesla. Here we go. Let's see if that works. Ta-da! There we go. All right, so not jealous at all that the UK got it before us. Not the slightest. No, good on them. That's good. It's probably the world's biggest right-hand drive market, I think. I
guess the question really, Tom, is how interested are you in a Model Y?
Wow. I am supremely interested, Keith. I think I've shared this with you many times. Even today, Joy was driving our 3 going, it'd be nice to be higher off the ground. I thought, yes.
Oh, there you go.
There, she's
instant
sold.
sale.
Yeah, exactly. The question is what I do with my 3. That's the big question.
Right, yeah. 3 cars, 3 Teslas too many.
Yeah, only 2 drivers. Well, I should pose the question to you, Keith. Are you going to get one?
I have 2. We can get into this maybe in a bit more detail a bit later, but essentially I have 2 frames of mind. One is, does it make a great rental car? That's currently what I'm doing as a bit of a side business, is renting EVs out on EV. And then the other question is, does it make a good car for us personally? And maybe the answer to each of those are 2 different things, or at least 2 different variants of the Model Y. So it's not necessarily going to be the same answer for either of those things. Yep.
And by the way, guys, if you don't know Keith, he actually does have a couple of, 3 Teslas for rent, and I've put his listings in the video description. So check that out if you're in Sydney. You want to test out a Tesla before you buy one, or if you need one for a road trip, check out Keith's cars. I've seen them all. Beautiful cars, all in very good condition. We actually have a caller at the moment. Let's see whether we can get Ryan in to join us. He may have a question or a comment. Hey, Ryan. We've got you muted there. You got a question or a comment for us? Nope. Okay, still muted. We'll get you back in a second, but we do have another caller. We've got George. For us. Hello, George.
Hello.
Hello. Nope. Okay, still muted. We'll get you back in a second, but we do have another caller. We've got George. George,
George.
Could you please turn your volume down or put some headphones on?
Sorry.
Hi there.
So how is everyone?
Very, very good, thanks. George, where are you watching from?
Moray.
Moree. Wow.
Yeah.
Good on you. How's things?
Good. Had my birthday on Friday.
Oh, happy birthday, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
What did you turn?
13.
Wow.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Do you remember being 13, Keith?
Barely. Divide me by 3 and a bit.
Lifetime ago. You got a question for us, George?
No, I'm just going to sit back and relax, I think.
Okay, you want to join in? No worries. We'll leave you there, and Keith and I will chat about the configurator, and if you got any comments, please chime in. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So there's the configurator there for Model Y UK. And interestingly, just to start off, what hit me the most, I guess, is that they don't have the standard range in the UK available, whereas Hong Kong does. In the UK, we've just got long range and performance. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's I don't think it's unexpected. They're not selling. Are they selling standard range in China as well, or is it just for Hong Kong market?
I
I'm
think
not
the Hong Kong
sure.
market only. I think I'll have to double check.
Yeah, I think it's the only market globally which has got a standard range Model Y because they don't sell it in the US either, right? So it's I guess it's not a surprise if you look at the rest of the world that it's long range only.
Yeah, I guess so
It's
too.
it seems like it's probably a bit of profit taking from Tesla. I think people who have used EVs before probably know that the 380k, 400k range of a standard range Model 3 or Model Y is usually more than enough, unless you have a very specific reason to need more. Long road trips or long commutes or some kind of job which sees you heading off around the country and not being able to handle the lower range. So it feels like it's a great way to differentiate Model 3 versus Model Y from Tesla's perspective, and have the Model 3 be the entry level, lower price point. And if you want the SUV, you've got to pay a substantial chunk more, unfortunately, if you need one.
Yep.
Whether that comes to Australia or not, we don't know. But I mean, I imagine it's probably going to be the same approach here.
Yep. So you're saying that we will get the SR, you reckon?
I don't think we will. I'd be surprised if we did.
Interesting. Yeah, right. I guess your reasoning is that Hong Kong is a smaller place, just an island.
Well, exactly. Geographically, you can't. You'd be struggling to do the 400 odd kilometers in a standard range in Hong Kong. I'd imagine it's yeah.
Interesting. Okay. What do you guys think in the chat there? Do you think a standard range will come, and will you be disappointed if it doesn't? Leave a comment there. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is the price. Now the price is actually quite. I mean, I've never previously actually looked at the price of Tesla in the UK. I'll have a slide very shortly on the differences between our market, their market, and the Hong Kong market, but 54k for a long range, like that's actually quite expensive, a bit more expensive than I thought it would be. That's putting it over $100,000 Aussie dollars. Keith, I mean, you were born in the UK, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yep.
So you probably know a little bit about the pricing there in the UK. Like, what do you think? Is that are cars expensive over there?
Well, I mean, things have changed a lot since I left the UK, so I probably can't change. Kind of understand with my previous experience, and I was also a different time of life too. But that does seem expensive. That does seem like an expensive new car for the UK market. But that's with very vague recollections of what pricing would be. It would be good to see your slide when you have a chance to bring it up and do that comparison. But it seems like a high sticker price for an entry. Well, it's not the entry level model, I guess. But yeah.
And the UK, the Model 3 is one of the top selling cars there still, considering the price. So that's quite impressive, I think.
Yeah.
And then you look at the performance, we've got £64,000, so we're looking at well over $120,000 Aussie dollars pre-on roads.
Wow.
That's indeed. Wow, indeed. I mean, that's expensive for our performance Model 3 here. Let's get into what options they get with the Model Y. So let's start with long range, 315 miles, which is about, what's that, up to 500 Ks, WLTP, approximately 135 miles per hour, top speed, 0 to 60 miles per hour, which is our 0 to 100K, 4.8 seconds. So that's no different to what I've seen in other markets. They also get white as standard, and with black, let's see if I can click that. Black, silver, and blue as options, and red as well as options.
That sounds interesting. Don't know if they're gonna add more.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we've seen other colors in other markets, have we, Keith? I think that might be it.
That's it for now. What color would you go for, George?
I don't know.
Well, Keith, what are you going to get? What color?
Well, I'm a fan of the white, especially because it's at no extra cost.
Yeah, and good for
Black
rentals
used
too,
to
right?
be the free color.
That's true, actually. When 3 first dropped in Australia, black was the free color. Good point. I don't know. I mean, I think I still like the red personally.
Yeah,
I know
red's
it's like-
awesome.
Yeah,
Red's awesome, but if it's worth that $3,500 is another question.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get the extra paint though. That's one thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But if you're gonna rent a car, maybe not rent the car. Red may not be the option.
yeah. So just purely from a maintenance point of view, white is
Yeah.
great. White doesn't show any scratches. Yes, it shows more dirt, but in terms of keeping it looking pristine, the lighter the color, the better. And obviously, you can't beat that with white. As soon as you get into the darks, so I've got a blue Model 3. The dark, I imagine that the black will be similar. You start getting a lot of nicks and scratches show up a lot more easily on the darker colors.
Yep. And I got a comment here from Dennis. Dennis is saying, by the way, China has Model Y SR. There you go.
Thanks, Dennis.
for that. Yeah, nice one. And Scott says red goes faster. Yep. I agree with that, Scott. And so does Yukash. Yeah, Jeff's asking, how does the Model Y price compare with the UK? Don't worry, we'll have that slide very shortly, Jeff. So, but
Tom's just teasing.
I'm teasing, very much so. Max, controversial. Polestar 2 might be a better buy. Ooh, well, I mean, the Polestar 2 is going to be quite a cheap EV with the basic variant. So, yeah, not a bad comment. Rahul is saying in the UK, Ioniq 5 is £42,000. Let's just scroll back up here. So, yeah, I guess cars are expensive in the UK. There you go. Scott's saying, does that include on-roads? I don't think so, Scott. These prices are pre-on-roads. Tesla will show the on-roads at the very end, at the last screen normally. We've got a few people saying 100k is expensive. Yeah, very true. 100k for a long range is expensive for sure.
Agreed.
All right, so yeah, definitely. All right, let's keep scrolling down and let's have a look at the wheels. So standard wheels on long range come in 19-inch Gemini wheels, which don't look too bad, but quite like the induction wheels though. They look pretty good. Look at that, pretty snazzy. Extra £2,000. It's like $3,000, 3.5 grand. Again, for a rental, maybe not so much, Keith. Just go standard.
No. The 19s are more comfortable.
Yep. Tow hitch. This is what we were talking about earlier, Keith. There you go. High strength class 2 steel tow bar up to 1,600 kilograms. Now, this actually wasn't. Sorry, I'll scroll back up. So the tow wasn't actually an option for Hong Kong. So that's good to know that the UK has the tow option.
It's great to see it.
Yep. We are hoping that that will come to Australia. You would think so with our market. The X certainly has towing option, not for the 3, but yeah, that'd be a good selling point, having tow for Model Y. And Jeff agreed with you there. Induction does mean harder ride. Yes, indeed.
I wonder how much it would cost extra.
For what, the tow?
The tow hitch, that's just what I was going to get into.
Yes.
I believe it's in the US, it's $1,000 as extra. So it's nice of them to include it in the configurator, but it's not actually included.
Yeah.
So it's more of a, hey, it's possible, but it's not actually in there. Yeah.
Let's see, 1,000 for 1,000 US is what, 1,600 Aussie. That's still, I think, cheaper than an aftermarket stuff that I've seen in Australia.
Yeah, that's just based on a 10-second Google just now. So the price may have changed, and of course, there's availability issues potentially with it not coming as stock. So I believe that it was not available for some time to start with. So you can get your car but not actually use it with the hitch for a little while, which is a shame.
Yep. There's blue. There's grey. And black didn't want to load earlier. Maybe it's invisible. There's white again.
It fades away.
Yes, sure does. Okay, there's the interior. So all black interior is included, and there's that that sort of side panel there that the new threes have. So the Ys are also getting that. I quite like that actually. That extra bit of wing there on the door, and then white on white's an extra £1,000, so about 1,500 probably. No, probably more like $2,000 here. Some of the images don't want to load today.
It's 1,500 on the 3 here.
On the 3, yep.
Yep.
Let's go back to black. So seating layout is 5. Some people were hoping for 7. Having seen some of the pics online for 7, it's pretty tight up the back for that third row. I think you'd probably have to fit baby seats or have kids in the back rather than full-grown adults, I would think.
I heard 6 is more expensive than 7.
Is there a 6
That's
seat option?
on Model X it is, yeah. Yeah, so Model X has got
9,000.
Yep, that sounds right. Raul says you don't pay the London congestion tax charge for EVs in the UK. Good to know. And Greg's saying reports from Europe, the 19-inch are very firm. Lots of people have cut on aftermarket 18-inch wheels for softer rides. And yes, I am teasing once again, Charlie. How does Model Y price compare to Model 3 in Australian dollars? I will get to that very shortly, I promise. Quick bit of housekeeping, guys. If you've just joined, welcome. We are talking about Model Y open order page that's just dropped a couple of days ago, and what that means for Australia. And tell me where you're watching from. What is the budget for your next EV? That's the question we're asking. And if you'd like to support my channel with Super Chat, please do so. Your question or comment will last a bit longer up there in the chat box. And be sure to PayPal to Tesla Tom to donate anonymously if you like. We are talking Model Y UK, so let's keep going down. Let's see if I can just click this interior again. It's just not coming up tonight, but you can go onto the Tesla website to have a look for yourself there. I've seen a couple of white interiors for the 3s, including yours, Keith. It doesn't look too bad, I must say. Very tempted to get it.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. Yeah. It's like, it seems to be like Vegemite. People either love it or not. And it seems to be a smaller proportion of people that are into it than aren't. That's my small sample size experience anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
In terms of keeping it clean, Keith, so far so good?
In 6,000 kilometers, I've given it one wipe.
Wow.
To get some denim marks off it. Not sure whose jeans they were, probably mine. But yeah, just on the driver's seat, and just quick wipe down with some fabric cleaner. There's no problem. If anything, yes, you can see the marks more clearly on the white leather, but because you can see them, you get them off more quickly as well. So in terms of any kind of permanent marking, no, there's not been any problems with that. Yeah.
Good to know. Let's have a look at the features there. You've got glass roof, and of course Model Y is that single one piece of glass roof.
Not 2.
Whereas, yep, correct, George. Yep, 2 for the Model 3, so nice big panoramic roof there. Good for your passengers behind.
We should add a sunroof one behind.
Yeah. No sunroof, I don't think. No.
No.
Center display. Again, the pictures aren't showing up, sorry guys, but yeah, I think pretty much the Model 3 and Y are exactly the same for the center display. So that's pretty much same. Wireless charger. Sorry, again, the pictures aren't showing, but that's the same as 3. That's center wireless charging. All vegan interior. Good to know. Advanced climate control, yes, very similar.
Same as 3, yeah.
Same, yep. And we've got premium audio, 14 speakers, music and media over Bluetooth, USB-A port in the glove box, and an included 128GB portable storage device. Power adjustable front seats, heated front and rear, heated steering wheel, still no ventilated seats, something that would be good for Australia in summer. HEPA air filtration system, that's good. Keep the bugs away. Tinted glass roof. People ask me all the time about tinting the roof, actually. But to be honest, it never gets that hot for me, I find. I'm pretty happy. Independent flat fold rear seats. Interior floor mats. Fog lamps, yay. Auto dimming side mirrors. Custom driver profiles. Yep, all very similar, and all all the premium connectivity stuff. You get 30 days complimentary, by the way, and in Australia it's currently $10 per month for all these features. Although there is a bit of a hack, you can hook on or tether to your phone, I guess, for some of these features. You don't want to pay that money. All right, so in the UK, interestingly, there is an option for enhanced autopilot, which is half the price of the FSD package. And in Australia, we kind of had this for a little while, late 2020, for about a month, I think. And now it's gone, but no, that's not a bad. I wouldn't mind having this if you're not really into full self-driving yet, which may not come for a while anyway in Australia. But a lot of these features, if you want to drive the car yourself, be nice to have for half the price. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, that'd rock.
Yeah. I mean, navigate autopilot, auto lane change, auto park, summon, smart summon. For $3,500. So let's say half the price of our full self-driving, so $5,000. I think that would be a good sell here in Australia.
That would be a winner. I would definitely be going for that instead of the full self-driving. Full self-driving, as it stands in Australia, only really makes sense if you do a lot of freeway kilometers to get the lane change. Auto park isn't really. I mean, yes, it's useful, but most people can park their own car faster than a regular than the computer. Summon's a nice party trick, but don't really need it in most cases. And same for smart summon. But yeah, the lane change and navigate on autopilot are the two key things. So if you get that as part of the enhanced autopilot package, that's great for UK.
Yeah, auto lane change is absolute winner. Love that function.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sometimes with auto park, it might go on the curb, and we don't want that to happen.
No. No,
we do not. Not for a $100,000 car.
No.
I just want to thank Trevor for the $6 super chat comment there. Thank you, Trevor. I will enjoy the coffee on you. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. And Afnan says, I really wish Australia would have got the Model Y before the UK. Me too, I've got to say. Me too. I was hoping we would beat the UK in that, but that's okay. We've still got the Ashes coming.
I thought we might have done too. I thought we might have beaten the UK given production out of China for here and the Hong Kong right-hand drive. And then that Europe was essentially waiting for Berlin to come online, but then didn't happen. So There we go.
Yep. Hey, George, got a question for you from Greek Yogurt. Is George buying a Model Y or Model 3? Go for it.
I don't know, really.
Have you managed to convince Mum or Dad to buy one?
Yeah.
Okay, which one?
I mean, we're trying to be the first electric car owners in Moray at this stage, but my mum says no.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Bummer.
We'll have to get one up there and show everyone up there. Ooh, we've got someone from Hong Kong here. In Hong Kong, if you participate in the government's old car for electric program, Model Y SR Plus for Hong Kong is $329,800. I have to find out how much that is in Aussie, but I assume that'd be a good deal.
That's 57,000 Australian according to Google.
Okay, 57,000, right? So that's actually cheaper than our 3 SR. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Are there any features appearing in the new 2021 Model Y? Not that I know of. Not that I've seen recently. Anyway.
Doesn't seem like anything's changing or improving beyond what we already know.
No, that's right. All right, let's keep going with these features. So in the UK, ordering your Model Y estimated delivery is early 2022. Maybe first quarter? Does early mean first quarter?
Yeah, you'd imagine so. I mean, my understanding right now is that Tesla in Australia are out of stock of models. I mean, there might be one or two, left lying around, but essentially anyone ordering now is looking at, for Model 3, this is looking at delivery late November. It's my understanding. It's the first boatload of new cars coming and then being prepped and delivered in and around late November, early December.
Yep.
So given the extra transit time to the UK, the fact that it's Model Y, right-hand drive, that all kind of ties in and probably would mean January deliveries for UK.
Indeed. And we've got Greg saying US Model 3 SR Plus delivery times now next August. So there's crazy demand over there.
Yeah. There was an article on Electric earlier this week saying that used Model 3 prices in the US are starting to creep up to and above new prices because there's no supply. So if you want to get hold of a Model 3, you've got to pay for it, even if it's used.
Yep. Now,
But at least they're
Uh,
expanding their gigafactories.
Yep, they need to.
Yep.
Definitely.
Let's hope that the production will speed up a bit then. Yeah.
Now, Scott's saying, I think different dates for long range and performance deliveries in the UK. Let's have a look. So I've currently got it on long range. So let's go performance. Let's see if that changes anything. So, mid 2022. Nice pickup, Scott. So yeah, even later, indeed. So let's just scroll back through performance. So let's have a look at the wheels. Uber turbine wheels. Was that no, that was 20. That was 20-inch for long range. So this is the 21-inch Uber turbine wheels.
So it's 21s. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet there.
Yeah, it's a big wheel.
Yeah, huge wheel. So yeah, performance package, you get like top speed increase, Uber turbine wheels, performance brakes, lowered suspension, aluminium alloy pedals, so all the nice fancy stuff, and of course the performance upgrades. And let's have a look. So there are the differences between long range and performance. Miles, 315 miles long range, and then performance a little bit smaller, a little bit less at 298 miles, and 0 to 100 in 3.5. That is quick for an SUV, just got to say. Very quick. So all cars get basic autopilot, as we know with Tesla, which is cruise control with auto steer, easy charging, over-the-air updates, Sentry mode, expansive storage. The storage in the Model Y is very impressive, I've got to say. And having done previous streams a few weeks ago, comparing the Y with the Ioniq 5 and the Polestar, the Y just takes the cake. It's just got a huge boot. And of course the front was pretty big as well. And of course the mobile app is there. So that's the configurator. Now, since you've all been asking, I'm going to put up my other slide. Let's see if I can call that up first. Where I do a bit of a price comparison between the Australian market, the UK market, and also the Hong Kong market. So let's.
As soon as I got my email from Hyundai for the Ioniq 5 to say it couldn't deliver, the website crashed.
Yes, indeed. That couldn't. I literally got the email, went on straight away, and it just couldn't get on. And I think they managed to sell high demand. Yeah, I think they managed to sell 280 on the day because there were a few hundred or 120 were already sort of pre-sold prior to that opening. All right, let's pop this on. Let's see. Get this on here. All right, add to the stream. All right, so there we go. That is... All right, so there's my slides looking at the UK, Hong Kong, and Aussie market. Boom, boom, boom. So in the UK, and this is just vanilla, so basic Model Y, white, no extras, no FSD, nothing like that. So in the UK, I've just excluded SR because it's not available at the moment for the UK. Let's have a look at the long range. So in the UK, the long range Model 3 is 48,490 grand, right there, which translates to 89,740 Aussie dollars, just straight conversion. And as you can see, it's a fair bit more expensive than the Aussie Model 3. And between the UK Model 3 and UK Model Y, which starts at £54,990, making it 101,770 Aussie. It's at a 13% jump between the 3 and the Y. All right. And if we look at Hong Kong now, so come across here, in Hong Kong, it's the 3 is 355,800 Hong Kong dollars. And then the Y in Hong Kong is 377,800, and the jump is 6%. So for some reason in the UK, the jump is higher than the one in Hong Kong. So if we were to give us a range between 6 and 13% for the Aussie Model 3, which is 73,400 pre-on roads, you're looking at, if we take the Hong Kong 6% jump, it's going to be 78 grand, which will fit. It might fit nicely under the stamp duty rebate or exemption in New South Wales. If we take the UK's 13% jump, then we're looking at more like 83,000 for the long range. So, I mean, at least now we've got some real data for the Model Y. So we're probably looking around that high 70s, low 80s mark in Australia. And
you would imagine that they'll do everything that they can to bring it in at that 78k mark for New South Wales.
Yep, totally agree. I think so too. I think 78 grand, it would be very palatable, that price. Let's have a look at the standard range to start with here. So obviously the UK haven't got that option, so I can't use the UK as a guide. But in Hong Kong, the difference between standard range Model 3 and standard range Model Y is 10%. And you see that it's it's much cheaper over there for a Tesla, but they pay a lot of on-road tax. If you ever went to the Hong Kong site, there's something at the end there's a big nasty surprise when you buy a car. But their pre-on-roads is 51 grand Aussie for the 3 versus 57 grand Aussie for the Y, so a 10% jump. So if you took our Model 3 price, which is 59,900 at the moment in October 2021, then add 10% of that, we're looking at 66 grand for the Aussie Y. And again, that would slide nicely under the rebate, the $3,000 rebate in New South Wales and Victoria. So again, pretty palatable there.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then just very quickly for performance in the UK, it's an 8% jump between 3 and Y. If we look at Hong Kong, it's a 5% jump between 3 and Y. So if we take that range between 5 and 8% for the 3 versus the Y, then we're looking at either between $89,000 to $92,000. Again, not totally out of reach if you wanted a performance car. So, as you said, Keith, hopefully we're sort of closer towards the Hong Kong jump in price from 3 to Y.
You would imagine so. You've got to assume that Tesla's current 3 pricing gives room for the Y pricing to also fit within the current incentive bands. Mm-hmm. So if we've got a long range 3 at 73,400, you've got some headroom there for pricing of a Model Y at $5,000, just under $5,000 more, 77,900 or whatever it may be, to come in for that stamp duty exemption, which would be very. They'll sell like hotcakes if people feel like they're saving the extra $2,500 on stamp duty at that price point.
Mm. Yep. Yeah, I think that saving that stamp duty will make a big difference, and the extra rebate as well.
Yeah.
We've got a comment here from Sakina saying, "Don't think we will get Model Y SR. As if you look at the Tesla Australia website, only shows comparisons for long range and performance." Okay, is that right? I haven't actually looked recently. There you go. So Keith, you might be right there. We may not be getting the SR.
Yeah, I'd imagine not.
Yeah. Greg's got a comment here. Another interesting fact out of Berlin, Tesla can produce a Model Y in 10 hours. It takes VW 30 hours for an ID4. Wow.
Never knew.
There you go. They really sorted out their production issues there, Tesla. Reaping benefits there now. Nice. Let's see, any other comments? Yeah, so someone asked before, does Model Y have ventilated seats? I don't think so. Going through all that, Charlie, before, I don't think it will. It's unfortunate. It would be nice to have that in Australia, particularly in summer. For sure.
Interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul's saying, hi Paul, nice to see you. No stamp duty in ACT as well. That's very true. All right. Well, guys, do you have any other questions there about Model Y in the UK? Comparing that with Aussie and Hong Kong markets? Make sure you leave a question in the comments there. Or a comment or even just come and join us. Ryan, we've got you actually in the studio, but your mic is muted. So if you want to come on and join us, please do so. But you got to unmute your mic. Love to have you there. Scott.
You can still customize your Hyundai. And sorry for interrupting.
That's all right, George. We'll say that again.
You can customize your Hyundai still, but apparently you have to add another $322 for a private pass country tax.
Ah, okay. Good to know. Now Scott's saying, I feel like the pricing will be at the higher end of the price brackets. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, well, I mean, that's another question to ask. If that price for, let's say, long range were to be pushed out past 78 up to 80 there, would that put people off? Leave a comment. Would that put you guys off if it was beyond the stamp duty exemption price? Would you still buy one? I probably still would, actually. I shouldn't say that. No, make it lower. I want a discount. Rahul's saying, Tom, could you please get on the blowhorn to your mate Elon and get FSD beta to Australia now? Yes, no worries, Rahul. I'll just DM him shortly after the stream. Let you guys know next week. And yeah, +1 to Rahul. Yeah, I wish. Okay, so Greg Wilson's asking, so what car is going to fill the gap between 50 to 80 grand in the next 12 months? Good question. We're talking EV, obviously. What electric car?
Fill the gap between before Model Y comes.
I guess so.
Yeah, there isn't really one out there. There's a few coming, but around that price point and with this kind of range and this kind of shape, it's just not. There's not really much in the market right now.
No, it's very slim. I mean, the Ioniq is out, but as we saw, sold out within minutes.
Yeah, I guess the first deliveries are due here, December? Is that right? So yeah, I guess you could say that's fairly imminent in the world of EVs. Polestar next year, obviously. Riz has just said in the comments, XC40 recharge, sure, but lower range than the Model Y for sure.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So yeah, what were your thoughts?
Yep. I didn't actually look at it in detail, but I will again. Yeah. But it's good to see more options for EVs. Yeah, I mean Volvos don't look too bad. Sorry, George.
Apparently, the Ioniq 5 has a tow hitch as an option.
Yeah, it is towing capable. I had a quick look at it, and it is possible. The tow weights aren't too bad, but yeah, you've really got to spec the long range battery in both the Y and something like the Ioniq to make it a feasible towing machine.
Yeah.
Now Ryan has turned his mute off, so let's get Ryan. Hey Ryan.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm good.
Thanks for joining us. Where are you watching from?
Queensland.
Oh, nice.
I just wanted to say sorry about the disruption earlier in the stream. So yeah.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all. Thanks for joining us.
And also pleasure to meet you guys and to be here.
What are your thoughts on the Model Y so far? On the pricing you've seen?
It's pretty good. One of my friends are planning to buy one actually.
Oh yeah. Which one do you think?
Probably the long range, but if the standard range is available, maybe that one. I'm not sure.
Yep. I mean, I hope the SR does come. We've got SR3 here. Hoping the SRY will come as well. But
obviously the other big difference between the standard range and the long range models is the all-wheel drive is missing from the standard range plus. So how much that factors into people's purchase preferences is another factor. So it's another good reason to go for a long range, whether that's Model 3 or Model Y.
Yep. Actually, I saw a comment earlier from Paul. Yeah, Paul's asking, will there be a long range rear-wheel drive? I don't think so. I don't think that's available in any markets currently around the world.
Not anymore. I think it used to be, right? It used to be in one of the early configs, but yeah, not anymore.
Definitely used to be a long range rear-wheel drive a 3. I'm not sure about the Y. There was a 3 long range. Dennis is saying Model 3 SR Plus just had a $2,000 price rise in Canada. Ooh, hello. Are we next?
Yeah, and we've had seen similar price rises in the US too. My understanding as a layperson is that because we're not subject to the US production issues, let's say, being supplied out of China, that we probably won't see any price rises, touch wood, in the near future. We've had 2 price drops in the last 9 months, or nearly, just over 9 months. Significant price drops as well. So I think that's, we're looking at $10,000 cheaper Model 3 at this time rather than December, or November last year. So I mean, assuming the supply chain issues don't bleed into China, you'd hope that that pricing would stay for us here too, and not to be subject to those increases.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to get any cheaper anytime soon, though. This might be the bottom for a while.
Yeah.
Someone was asking before. Oh yes, someone said Gary was saying the long-range ZS EV refresh might fit in that $50,000 to $80,000 price bracket, but I don't think we're going to get that anytime really soon at this stage. We covered that in last week's live stream. As Winnie is saying, I think Tesla will stop selling Model 3 SR Plus once they launch Model Y in Australia. Model 3 long range will reduce to below 68. Interesting. I suppose we can all dream.
I don't know.
That would be nice though, wouldn't it? Long range for under 68 grand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, interesting. Would they stop? I don't know. I don't think they will stop selling the SR Plus. I think it sells pretty well, I would have thought, currently.
Yeah, that's kind of true, I guess.
Yeah. Particularly if they're not going to bring the SR here to Australia for the Y, they probably will keep the SR Plus.
Much more cheaper option for people to switch to electric cars, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of got to be the entry model Tesla, for sure. Let's see. Gary Young is saying ICE to BEV conversion is about 30 grand. Should people consider that as an option?
Not if you enjoy things like warranties. That's the downside. I've strongly considered it. As someone with a Model X that's about to fall out of its warranty in about 2 months, I'm looking around going, well, other than buying another Model X, which you can't buy new right now, what else is out there that's four-wheel drive? Just as an example, can tow a significant amount, has a long range. Well, it's a Model X long range. That's the answer to that question. But Model X long range is on the used market as rare as hen's teeth right now. They're just not coming up. So, well, what if you put that kind of money into a conversion, and you just don't get that same level of integration that you get out of a factory build in terms of software support, future upgrades, reliability. ICE to BEV conversions are great, I think, from a passion project and enthusiasts perspective. You see some amazing things being done, but they're people pour their love and time and passion into them. Not I think as a day-to-day vehicle.
No, I can't imagine. I think you need to know what you're doing as well. Although there are companies doing that.
Some companies that do it for you. And there's rumors of the kind of commercial Land Cruiser Ute and kind of other things being done on slightly more productionized basis, let's say, but nothing really that the general public could easily just go buy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to show Keith's photo of his towing. Actually, his Model X towing. Speaking of, let's put it back on.
That would be cool.
There's Keith's Model X in the left there of the picture, and he's towing his caravan. So that's
so we got a small camper trailer, which weighs about 1,600 kilos fully loaded. The Model X tow capacity is actually 3,000 or even 3,500. so it's well under its weight limit. That rooftop tent folds down for when you're driving. You don't drive it that tall, so it becomes a little bit more aerodynamic. And yeah, that the interesting thing about this is even still for a relatively lightweight compact trailer or camper trailer, that thing is causing a range hit of around 40%. So essentially you're towing another small vehicle behind you, which has similar weight and aerodynamic problems as the vehicle that you're in. So you have somewhere between 35 and 40% range hit, depending on what you're doing. And when you've got a vehicle with a range of, so our Model X has a range of about 415 Ks on the display, that brings you down to around 250 real world, or 220 if you add a bit of margin for safety. So you're looking at 200 kilometer hops between charges to keep that thing going, which is a planning challenge, one that I'm happy to take on, but is definitely not going to work for everyone. So that's really where the long range models become essential for people, and people in Australia love to move stuff around the country, it would seem, on the back of their car. So it's long range is ideal for towing.
How heavy did you say this thing was again?
It's about 1,600 kilos loaded up. Yeah.
I have one question.
Sure.
I have one question, guys. Where is that? Where did you took that photo?
That was in a national park in New South Wales called the Warrumbungles, which is north of Dubbo, close to a place called Coonabarabran. And that is, Coonabarabran is very, very small town, but has a 50 kilowatt NRMA charger, which is awesome.
Hey.
Yeah.
Beautiful
When
place.
I ever go past it to go to my grandma's house in Dubbo, I always stop there and see if anyone's charging, but I'm very unlucky. No one's there.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was funny when when we were charging there. I used it a couple of times, and we saw several Model 3s passing through the area. That was around this time last year, actually. So I was taken around a year ago.
Let's take some more comments. What will the 4680Y long range cost? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're making those cells yet, but I guess in a couple of years' time, maybe, you would think. We will have 4680 cells. When will Tesla give a V2 all option? Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Or a V2 home even. I wouldn't mind a V2 home. Just top
Well,
up.
yeah. So V2 is essentially being able to power things from your car, right? A bit like Ioniq 5. So it's vehicle to load. Is that right? Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of do that now through the 12 volt output. It's not quite, the same, but you can get some power out of the car. It's not maybe as much as you'd get out of a fully formed Ioniq 5, and if you do it a lot, apparently it voids the warranty. But it is, it's doable and would be great to see. But I don't imagine Tesla tweaking things until Cybertruck to offer V2L.
Yep, I think so too. What do you think the wide release in Australia will do to secondhand 3 prices? Great question.
Hopefully not much.
Well, if you look at the US, they're like holding and possibly even going up. And they've had the Y for a while.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, they're quite different cars. I'm sure there'll be a bit of initial switch. People would be who've already gone for the Model 3 would be probably, and maybe had it for a year or two, a bit like yourself, Tom. And we'll be looking to flip the 3 for a Y. So maybe there'll be initial kind of the opposite of a bubble being popped, as with a bit of supply coming on the market. But I'd imagine within 3 to 6 months of Y being released, that would stabilize a little. So I'd imagine there'd be a small drop for secondhand 3 prices. Quite possibly.
Yep. Yeah. I think the more the merrier for everyone to be able to buy an EV.
Would you have the Mazda for the price it was for sale?
So Mazda, I think, is what's that?
CX-30, right?
It's about 55 grand or sub 50, just something around that. But the range on the thing is like under 250k, it's 225. It's a chunky city car. City cars are great. There's nothing wrong with city cars. As a BMW i3 owner times two, I've owned two i3s. They're great city cars, but they are city cars. They're designed for that. So it's a range of between 200 and 250 Ks, depending on which model you've got. But the great thing about the i3 is that it's really compact. It's narrow. It's short. You can get in and out of traffic. It's half a meter shorter than a Model 3. So it's really, really great compact car. And you're sitting higher than a Model 3. So you get great visibility as well. So it's a great, unique car. But it seems like the Mazda offers city car range without the pros of a city car, which is, that kind of compact size. Something like the Mini with the 200K range makes a lot more sense to me than the MX-30, which is sort of like a compact SUV from my understanding.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to find Teslas in Moree, really.
Yeah.
Do you see a few come through?
Yeah, I saw one going past McDonald's. There's actually a charger at a hotel here.
Oh.
And there's one living in Narrabri, and people are like, "Hey, have you heard there's a Tesla in Moree?" And I say, I really don't believe that, because we're at school, you won't see it.
So, George, you're the resident Tesla watcher.
Yeah,
Moree.
I'm
Nice.
apparently the IT, the Tesla professional, so if anyone has a question, they'll ask me.
Nice. Nice to have a go-to.
Yeah.
Well,
Got
also, me too.
You too? You too, Ryan? Nice. We've got Rahul, I think, echoing a lot of thoughts from people looking for Model Y. So he's currently a Model 3 SR Plus owner. Second kid on the way. Model Y would offer more range, extra legroom, plus extra boot space for the stroller. No brainer. Yep. Couldn't agree more. Great comment. A lot of people in the same boat there. Does the Model Y have a Tesla tow bar?
I imagine they were using a square tow hitch for Model Y. Model X here is fitted with a tow ball as stock if you get the tow hitch, but I don't imagine they'll change that for I don't imagine that they'll change Model Y from other markets for Australia. In Europe, Model X comes with a tow ball rather than the square hitch, so I imagine it'd be a square hitch here. We're talking a lot about towing. I don't know why. It just seems to come up when I talk about it. Anyway.
It's an important question, especially for EVs.
I think it's actually the presence of a hitch to me is actually far more important for most people for bike racks. So that's really what it's about. Is how can you put a good sized bike rack on the back of your car, and that's where it really becomes practical to have it.
Here's a question about bikes actually. What is the range hit for mounting bikes on roof racks?
Yeah, great question. I don't know the answer to that. Yeah,
if anyone in the comments know that.
Untested. Yeah, there's a video in that for you, Tom. Right there.
Definitely.
Let's do it.
I just need to borrow a roof racked Model 3. We'll go for a drive somewhere.
I've got some racks sitting in my store, and
you can. Do too.
Yeah. There you go.
Quickly answer you, Charlie. Yes, it's a Model 3 Performance with SR wheels. A long story there for another day.
Yeah.
Let's see. You've got any other questions?
Yeah, Mick mentions trailer for the tip. Absolutely. You've got to be able to get a trailer from Bunnings and stick it on the back of your car to take your vegetation to the tip. You just have to be able to do that.
Correct.
So, if your car can't, then you're starting to struggle a little bit.
It's like a daily job.
You have to, yeah, exactly. Or you have to borrow a mate's car, and that gets awkward, and all kinds of stuff.
Or go get or something else.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so let's see what else we got before we wrap up. Raoul's question, Tom, who will get the first Model Y in Australia, you or Nash? Oh, wow, we'll see, won't we? Well, Nash is nearer to the port, isn't he? Port Kembla, so I can see him rushing down there and taking photos. Just mute George for a sec there. I wouldn't mind being the first, but it's hard to know, right? It's just what you get is what you get. But I'd like to be one of the first. I'm sure Nash would be as well. Probably Keith too, I imagine.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. Back to Charlie's question: how did you get a Stealth Model 3? Again, long story, but essentially Model 3s back in the day when they first arrived, they were performance cars sold without the performance upgrade package. Okay, might do one more question. So Ioniq 5 is much cheaper, starting at £36,000 in the UK, reaching £42,000 for the high spec. Ooh. Do you see it as a major competitor now to the Y? We have done a comparison between the Y and the Ioniq already, so make sure you check out that video. But yeah, look, I don't mind having more competition for Tesla. I think it'll just, it's not everyone loves Tesla. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but yeah, people don't. So it's good to have an alternative if you're loyal to another brand or you want to try another brand. It's good to have EV options for other brands. I think, not just Tesla.
Yes.
Yeah. Question for me: what color Model Y are you getting? Well, I think we asked that before. I think it might be another red one. I think either red or white at this stage. I just like the triple coat paint, I gotta say.
I think you got to go for red again.
Surely, right? Surely. Then I can do a side-by-side comparison. What'll be fun is like spotting Teslas, like, is that a 3, is that a Y? That's going to be an issue.
That's me. That's going to be me.
Yeah. We'll have to do a video on the comparison and like what to look out for. Experts. How can we differentiate? What more color options would be nice? Yeah. I mean, what colors would you guys like to see if available?
To be honest, I think probably matte black for me, but it depends for all of you guys. Maybe maroon, red, maroon, purple, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was Elon Musk's favorite color, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so the original Model S and the X were available in what they called signature red, which is a beautiful color. It's very nice.
Yeah.
That one. Yep. And the obligatory Model Y question: when is Model Y coming to Australia? All right, guys, around the room. Keith, you go first.
I don't think we'll see it till January. I think we might see a release of the configurator in December, and maybe we'll get deliveries in Q1.
Ryan?
I think around December, which is coincidentally my birthday, so that would be a fun surprise. But I think it will be released around January or February. And if it does, well, I better start Tesla hunting.
Yeah, nice. What about you, George?
I don't know, but it's like the talk of the question is, when is the Model Y coming, I guess?
Yeah. I think it's probably the most tweeted question to Elon from Australians, I would say. Yep. I think I'm going to echo Keith. I think the configurator is going to come out soon, like, what are we now, October? So maybe November, early November.
Hopefully.
And then deliveries, same as the UK, I reckon, sort of mid 2022, early 2022, early to mid.
So that'll put me, this will put me a bit of a bind. So I have another Model 3 on order for delivery in December, something like that. Early December, late November. So if they release the configurator before I have to commit to that Model 3, I'll switch that into a Model Y. But if they don't, then I'm not sure what I'll do.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Have to make a decision.
Watching eagerly. I'm very interested to hear what you do, Keith. Very interested indeed. All right, guys. Well, we might wrap it up there. It's past the hour mark. So I just want to thank our 3 guests who've come on tonight. I want to thank Keith, of course, and George and Ryan. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
All good.
I'm honored to be talking to you. I've been a fan since, I don't know, since a year ago. I don't know. I forgot. I forgot when I subscribed to you, but yeah, your Model 3 is like legendary.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate the support.
Hopefully you can get it up to Queensland, Tom. Maybe this side of 2023.
Hopefully.
I hope so too. At the moment, Queensland might as well be overseas. That's they're going to open the border sometime.
It might be a war. Who's the first one to buy Tesla? Tom's Tesla.
Oh, maybe I should do a live stream.
Tom, I don't think you'll have any problems selling to the comment before on used Model 3 values. I think yours will pick up a premium.
That'd be fun. Hey, a live stream auction. I'll get you guys back to help me do the videos. Cool. All right. Well, thank you, George. I might thank you, Ryan. I might let you guys go.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank
See you
you.
guys. I'll just
All right.
see you next time. Thanks for
Bye.
joining us. Bye.
Wow.
And I want to thank Keith again for joining us tonight.
No problem.
Nice to have you as usual, and talking about your EV rentals. Of course, Keith's got a Tesla Model X, 2 Tesla Model 3s in Sydney. So if you want to check out, now that restrictions are easing, if you want to check out a Tesla and see what it's like before you buy one, have a look at his listings in the video description. So check those out.
Yeah, heaps of people are booking in road trips now, which is great to see.
That's good. That's good. Finally can get out.
Yeah.
Get outside, see the world.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith. Thanks very much
Keeps
again.
me busy washing cars.
Yeah, indeed. Keep Keith busy. It's a good slogan. Thanks, Keith. Have a good night. I'll see you next
See you,
time.
Tom.
Thanks. Cheers. All right, guys. Well, that is it from me tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. We were talking Tesla Model Y and the fact that the UK configurator is now open. Unfortunately, they did beat us to the punch. But that's not a bad thing. Hopefully, that means that the Australian order page will open soon as well. As we said before with the guys, hopefully in the next month or so, not far behind the UK. And then hopefully we'll take deliveries same as the UK, sort of early 2022. That'd be nice. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure as usual talking Tesla. And yeah, lots of decisions to make with regards to our 3 if the Y drops quickly. And yeah, we'll talk again next Thursday with another topic. Let's see, what are we doing on Thursday? Not sure yet, but it might be something. Oh, I know what it is. It's about deliveries. So we're doing Tesla deliveries, the delivery experience. I've got some interesting experiences to share. Of course, if you want to drop your delivery experience to me, email it to me. And yeah, we'll go through it. It's been a good night, guys. Thanks for joining us again. I'm going to try and run this outro. The video sharing has not been good recently, so hopefully we can get the outro running. Let's have a look. If not, I'm just going to have to cut the stream, but let's try it now. Hey, now it's running. How fun is that? All right, guys. Well, again, it's been fun. So I hope you all have a great week coming up. And wherever you are watching, either live or on replay, thanks for joining us tonight. And yeah, let's keep an eye on the Aussie Model Y order page over the next few weeks. And this channel, you'll hear it first if it does drop. We'll do a live stream immediately, either the same day or the same night. All right, guys, have a good night, and we'll see you next time. And as always, happy charging.